About half a decade back I watched a show called Kaiji, and it's still probably the best thing I've seen since then. It was a fairly dour, fairly miserable show about a Japanese dude with severe gambling debts who gets in trouble with the Yakuza, and despite mostly taking place in a couple of rooms and being full of men shouting at each other and crying, let me just play you a clip.
どんな事態に至ろうととことん真剣になれないという病だ。命がけの勝負。敗北は一つ伝えているのにギブアップできると考える。つまり真剣ではないのだ。この絶対絶命の橋ですら真剣になれぬざれ言。架空の勝負。本当ではない。通常生涯奴らはその空想から目覚めない。つまらない毎日を送り、日々を無駄に塗りつぶし、いくつになろうと言い続けるのだ。自分の人生の本番はまだ先なんだと。本当の俺を使ってないから、今はこの程度なのだと。そう言い続け、言い続け、老いて、死ぬ。その間際、ようやく気づく。今まで生きてきた全てが丸ごと本物だったことを。人は仮になど生きていないし、仮に死ぬこともできぬ。当然だ。問題は
Now, if you haven't seen Kaiji, I recommend the hell out of it, but what I want to speak about is one of my favourite mangas, which I pretty much read because I wanted to find out what the guy who originally wrote and drew Kaiji did besides Kaiji, and what I found was Kurosawa Legend of the Strongest Man, and much like the Kaiji anime, I came around from it just going, whoa, like, I'm not going to read something that good for quite a long time. Can I just show you a quick screenshot and see if it maybe makes you interested? Now, I'm just going to leave that there. Oh, take a look. Tell me you don't want to know what leads up to that. I'm sure some of you don't, but, you know, fuck you. It's a fucking good story here. Now, to get off the whole anime and manga thing and try and compare it to something else, okay, here's the thing. Think something like a Peep Show, you know, quite a bit darker, a bit more depressing than Peep Show. I mean, if you think Peep Show's like really miserable, I question your lifestyle, because fuck, you must be living it up. Think like a lot grimmer and a lot more uncomfortable than Peep Show, but not quite on like Todd Solange levels, and you've kind of got that. Then throw in sort of a story not dissimilar to something like, I guess, Gran Torino or Harry Brown. Look, if you haven't read this guy's other mangas, it's hard for me to make good comparisons, but that's what I'm going with. Basically, this is something which starts off like a fairly dark, like cringe comedy sitcom, and gradually turns into a flat out sort of action drama, sort of like a tragedy comedy, I guess. It centres on Kurosawa, a sort of fairly unhappy middle-aged construction worker who runs afoul of a gang of teenagers. From there you have a weird mix which combines a flat out sort of actiony, macho sort of drama thing with a lot of uncomfortable and fairly sad humour. I can see some people being fairly dismissive of artwork, but honestly fuck them, because this is some fantastic looking but not insanely hard to draw stuff here. Like, I'm fairly tired of a lot of overly simplistic sort of corporate art looks you get for some things. So while Kurosawa's art might not be the most technically impressive, it's goddamn expressive and gives a lot of character to everything. Point is, it's emotive and it generally makes you feel something once you get into it. which, you know, I'll say flat out, this is a tearjerker for me. Like, I want to avoid giving away too much of a plot, and I've really only described the start of the first, like, probably less than a quarter. So I'll just sort of leave it there. You know, I've been doing these daily videos for a while, and this is the first time I've sat down and tried to do some actual editing. So hey, so something a little different. But hey, I recommend the hell out of this. I absolutely loved it.